Part of what I really love about working here is being able to help people kind of connect with the soil and connect with the environment, connect with the earth through the means of gardening. You know, they come in, and a lot of people come in with a new home and they don't have any landscape, and they get to leave with all of this beautiful stuff. And you know, they go home, they put their hands in the dirt, they become more connected with the dirt, and like living with the world and helping the environment and making everything much more beautiful in the process, which is what I love about working here. I think that some of the biggest health benefits with gardening are certainly the mental health aspects, that, you know, working with the dirt, working with the green things really helps your mind become centered and fulfilled and whole, really. I think also that it can help lead to a longer life. You know, there are tons and tons of older folks who come in who I don't even realize they're 86, 87, 90 plus years old, and they're just moving like this. They're walking upright, you know, and it's every single day they bend down and touch their toes. And I think that it helps the human mind become more vigorous, more happy, more centered, more whole, and also stay very physically fit, which is, I think, a really, really great benefit for gardening. One thing that, you know, I kind of have always known that people plant memorial trees, and it's a nice thing when you're on a park or you're walking around a college campus or something, and there's like a little plaque and it says this tree is for this memorial. But there's a lot of people that come in looking for memorial trees and like a way to connect into the future with this like living memorial. And there's this woman that came in, and she'd had a miscarriage, and she wanted to have this beautiful tree to kind of remember the child that she had lost. And we were looking at all the different trees and everything, and she ended up picking this crabapple, which is a really tough little pink flowering tree. And it made me realize that working with plants is actually this way that you can kind of reach out and touch the future, essentially, and really connect with people through the plants and through this like idea of making beauty greater.
I hope we've inspired you to explore. And of course, feel free to check out the links below for specific information on recreation resources, our guests, and our partners. Also, be sure to hit like and subscribe. Until we see you next time, be sure to wreck yourself.